I want to be known as a fair cop. I want to be a good one. I want to be something that I can be proud of and my kids can be proud of.
Ray Fox. He's been on the Grand Junction Police Force 11 months. Prior to that, an air traffic controller for 13 years, and he got caught in the middle of the dispute between Patco and the federal government. But why now is he a cop?
I wanted to do something good with my life, something I'd always wanted to do, and I enjoy it immensely. I wish I'd changed careers years ago.
Ray Fox's day began with a briefing at 2:30 in the afternoon, and at 3 he was on the street. No sooner was he in the car than the first call came. Someone reported seeing a man driving a stolen car. It turned out to be a false report. The young man's papers were in order, and it was his car. With the first call of the day completed, it was down to the routine, checking homes of people on vacation, and simply patrolling the streets. A lot of cops you talk to will say their life is 90% boredom and 10% pure adrenaline.
A lot of it's just driving around the streets. A lot of it's talking to people. As far as the adrenaline flowing, that could happen on any call depending upon where you're going.
A call came requiring a backup. A bank alarm had just sounded.
Do you ever worry about the danger you may be involved sometimes?
It's a constant reality. Your approaches to a vehicle, your approaches to a house, even if you go to a call on a barking dog, you have to be careful going to the house. You don't know who's there.
This, too, turned out to be a false alarm, and it was back to patrolling the streets. And then someone in a very big hurry ran a stop sign.
See my license stop, Jack? Lady, she's in a hurry. Yeah, just hold it right there, lady. I'm human. We try to make up our minds before we get out of the vehicle. When we see a violator, if we're going to stop them, we try to have our mind made up before we get out of the car. Am I going to write a ticket or not? When I am definitely going to write a ticket, it doesn't matter what kind of sub-story I get. I'm probably going to write the ticket unless the person has a very valid medical excuse of some sort. If we're doing that, well then, get in my car with that lights and siren on it and go faster.
In this case, Patrolman Fox did not write a ticket. The woman was taking a sick friend to the hospital, and it was just around the corner. Back to patrolling, but not for long before we got a real weird call. A man's windshield had been hit by a flying golf ball. He was headed east on North Avenue by Lincoln Park Golf Course, when apparently someone on the first tee had a real bad slice. Now that may sound funny to you, but not if it was your car. The man had to cancel a weekend driving trip out of town. And Patrolman Fox politely took a report so the man could file an insurance claim. No sooner was that finished than a more serious call. Expensive tools had been stolen from a new house under construction.
What time did you guys know she was gone?
About half an hour ago.
5:30.
A lot of police work is very tedious, the time-consuming job of gathering evidence, and an incredible amount of paperwork. By the time all that was finished, a beautiful sunset was descending on Grand Junction, and we talked some more, this time about one of Ray Fox's favorite subjects, children.
You get a little boy or girl, 5, 6 years old, look up at you with so much admiration in their eyes because you take time to say hi to them. And you do represent good to the most of them.
Ironically, the next call involved a child, but we didn't film it in respect to the family's privacy. A 12-year-old boy had left a note saying, "Mom and Dad, you're right. I'm a lot of trouble and I'm sorry. P.S. I love you." He'd had a fight with his family for imitating Michael Jackson. After the report was taken and a bulletin issued for the missing child, it was back to patrolling. And this time, Ray Fox did write a ticket.
I think we're going to write a traffic ticket. "51 to 35 zone, a little too fast."
By the way, the rumor that police have a quota to fill on traffic tickets is not true. It was 11 o'clock and Patrolman Fox's shift was over. But back at the station, he had a message for an urgent phone call to return.
Joseph, maybe home. Okay, good. We'll cancel the report then.
The 12-year-old boy had returned home. Ray Fox had an hour of paperwork to do, and then he too would go home.